Reasons that make us fail online. Act as though it is impossible to fail. Anonymous. If you have been at the internet marketing game for some time like I have, you often reflect on what it took to continue when it seemed that everything you did had no effect. It was very much like that for me in the earlier years. I have been doing this on and off now for over 10 years and only just starting to appreciate some success. I found the quote I used above during a search and felt that it said it best for me because I most certainly had to pick myself up quite a few times when I could not find the reasons that make us fail online. Over the next couple of paragraphs I will try to explain what it is that you need to do to avoid the pitfalls I have gone through over the years. Let's have a look at this from a step-by-step point of view, okay? Here are just some of the areas that we will cover in this article. If you want to find out more, just drop by my site after and we can pick it up from there. My information is at the bottom of the page, but back to those nasty reasons. Okay, here is how I see things in no particular order because some of these affect some of you and others are affected by other things. Point 1. No plan. How many of you can think back to the first time you were introduced to starting an online business and what drew you to it? Back 10 years ago, it was wide open, and to be honest, I think that everyone was hitting and missing back then because it was so new. Now, of course, you have so much information, you don't know where to start. The reason for this is that you have a tendency to just jump into it without a game plan. That is just impossible today. With the way things are run on the net today, if you don't follow the rules, you are done before you start, and enough of that will drive you to quit before you start. So let's start with a plan, and let's make it a good one. The plan. Okay, so the first thing that you should be doing is either pulling out a pad and paper or opening up Notepad on the computer. It is paramount that you know where you are going. What area of business do you plan on getting into? Article marketing, affiliate sales, blogging, domain reseller, and the list goes on. Once you have this decided upon, you start to now map out your business plan. The most important thing that you do before you start is making sure that whatever niche you choose to go into, it is very, 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 very important that you love it. I am so serious here, it is not funny, folks. The chance of you staying with it through all the tough times if you do not love your niche is about 99.999% against you. I want to see you succeed, so please make sure that you understand the last couple of sentences. You will thank me, and mostly you will thank yourself when you do. Okay, now we ready to start, right? Well, I hope so, because here we go. The next thing that you should be looking at is picking a name for site that is directly related to your niche. Everything is going to be arranged around your niche and the name you give your site. The search engines will love you from the beginning. Let's look at a couple of examples. Please know that I have asked these folks if I could use their names in this article because it is very important to watch out for the legal ramifications when mentioning other sites. The one that I am talking about is Micro Niche Finder by James J. Jones. This site has been successful for a couple of reasons. One reason is that the product that he is selling is also the name of the site. How much better than that can it get? If you were to check out his site, you can guess that I do not even have to give you the URL to find it. Look at the name and add the appropriate www and come onto it, and there you go. See my point about making sure things are named right? So at this point, you should have picked your niche, thought of your site name, which will be a direct reference to your site. Now you have to go and get a domain name. Given the price that domains are today, you might want to look at picking up a few to save on money and to increase your presence on the web, but let's leave that for another article, okay? If you can get it, grab a .com domain, but if you can find a name that is directly related to your niche, but the .com has already been taken, you have to make a decision or two here. It is always wise to have a look at the name that you did want with the .com ending and check online and see if it is active yet or not. If it is, have a good look at it and see if you might need to change your name or try to get one close, depending what the active site is promoting. Over the years there has been a lot of money made on purchasing domain names and just hanging on to them or parking them to sell down the road if the name became popular enough. So for discussion, we will assume that the name you wanted has nothing to do with your niche and in fact is not even very good. It is still taken, so you have to choose something else. The first thing that you should look at are the following other options. See if you can still get .info, .net, or .org. There are others in use, but in my opinion only, I think it is important to try to get an original .com domain name because it leaves an impression that it has been around for some time. There are sites that are very successful and using the other domain endings, but given a choice, I try to stay original.at. This point, you should take some time and start setting up your site. If you are blogging, I only recommend WordPress as your source of blog product. The biggest reason for this is because it is free source and you own your domain. Blogger is fine if you are just doing a personal blog and not necessarily looking at creating an income with it. Given the excellent array of plugins available for WordPress, you should look no further. When picking a theme for your blog, you need to try to step back and view this from a reader's perspective. So many times you will find a site that looks like it belongs in a kid's bedroom with all the flowers or junk all over it. I am not trying to be cruel here, just honest. If you are going to build a site you expect to make money on, it has to be professional and attract readers. Again, if you want to see one of the most simple, successful sites that you will not believe, just check out Micro Niche Finder. I will be adding more to this article to my site if you would like to drop by and read some more. You will find a continuation of this process in building an income from the internet. I am very interested in your views so far and hope that while you are at my site, you will sign up for my newsletter and drop me a comment or question. I intend to see all that jump on board and have or will have a blog and want to make money are successful with it. See you at my site, tell them the professor sent you.